What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cat and Beats, and welcome to another episode of mixing and mastering in the box using Fabfilter. We are working with the artist Jono, and last time we left, or last time I stopped, which was actually 5 minutes ago, we left off with this upbeat. And I was kind of like, ugh, there's so much stuff going on. So that's what we're gonna go and do now. We're gonna figure out what all this stuff is. I see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things. Let's just check out what this is. So that's a side thing, side off. Well, it's called side up. And we have this tambourine, which doesn't sound too good. Ugh. Okay, so these are 2 tambourines in different pitches. And I've noticed that the shaker tambourine has one louder and one less loud. I don't really like that. So what I'll do, I'm just gonna call this shaker overall, is quickly compress, I think. Yeah, let's just compress this. Wait, compressor. There we go. And compress that so that we don't have that. I'm gonna go attack time fast, release time will be dependent. Compression type, yeah, clean is fine. Knee, I'm gonna put pretty hard. Threshold depends. Ratio pretty high, just to stop that difference in level. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, okay, so now we have the same level-ish. And that's fine. I'll leave that alone for a second. Let's get this main hi-hat to sit right, and then everything else will kind of fall into place. Okay, so it's quite forward. Again, as always, a little bit of EQ will go a long way. Turn off snap as well. I kind of want to have some low. And let's have a little bit of top here. It's a little bit too much. Cut a little bit as well. And let's make that cut a little bit tighter. Okay, not that tight. Go about there-ish. Not really working. Let's saturate this thing as well, just to get a little bit of love going on. Let's saturate, not a warm tape, but clean tube, broken tube. Let's go broken tube, because that's probably gonna help us out. Okay, so we have a little bit of love there. Let's just try out the before and after, just so we know that everything's going right. Yeah, it sounds more like a hi-hat in this type of genre, where you need a little bit of at the top. Let's see, let's pop it into the reverb that we've already set up. And let's already set up a little bit of delay as well, just to get the groove going a bit. So I have never ever used this thing. It looks hella confusing. So yeah, let's have a good time. And check this out. We have left right mode and mid side mode. Okay. Let's just okay, and then we have delays here. Wow, look at that. Tape delay. This is with time. Can we not change it to music? Yes, we can. Okay, so here we have musical notes. Okay, and there are notes itself. So this is going to be a 16th note. That's going to be a 16th note as well. It's a twin one. It's going into this. Oh gosh. Let's just drop into it, see what it does. Oh, not much. Oh, because they're both doing the same. Okay, and is there a way to get a little bit of funk on this bitch? Excuse me, isn't there no way to get a little bit of swing on this? That'll be great. Best of, let's just check out this for dub. That's gonna be percussion. Funny feeling. Beat slobber. Funky drummer. Yeah, this should be it. Yeah, I'll probably just figure out the delay timing a little bit later because I'm going to get confused with this thing. It confuses me. I have to really learn this one. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit later. Let's just put in the shaker right now. On this shaker, let's put the reverb that we've been using on everything to kind of push things back so that we have one type of reverb feel. Shaker, let's push that back because it can shake, you know what I mean? Yeah. Push it back a bit more. And I kind of want to take this shaker and image it out so it's a little bit wider. So what we can do is just do a little bit of this. So there's two tambourines, right? So let's just pan those out left and right. Let's pan it out further. Try delaying it a little bit. Okay, so we have a little bit of love there. Then we have side upbeat as well. Do we really need this? Okay, whatever. Then we have another open hi-hat, which is now doing the... So many hi-hats, man. This is nuts. A lot... Sorry, we need lots of groove, so I'm kind of like pushing on that groove quite hard. Let's just check this part as well, because this is another triplet groove in there. Cool. Shuffle, we have another shuffle going on here. Okay, I'm just going to take all this and call it for what it is. These are all going to be percussion things. Let me just check. There's so much going on. Isn't that nuts? I know, except for the rides. Okay, so this is all percussion. Cool. Then we have more rides. Fuck me. Okay, so this is all one layer because it's all playing at the same time again. This is just called a downbeat, so this is going to be 1/8. 1/8 notes. 1/8 ride. Wow. I am blown away by the amount of stuff that's going on. Side beat, I don't think that's going to be needed really, but I'll just make that red. I know that more energy needs to happen in the song there, but I don't know if I want to have that. Percussion goes in here. Okay. Let's put in the let's put in, let me, fucking A, sorry. Let's put in the 8th riding notes now, right now. So that because that needs to fit with the 1/8 thing. And then after that, we can do the percussion and this faint snare. Is that on the beat? Yeah, okay. So that's going to be claps on beats. That's going to be there as well. Okay, great. So we still have to do that. Slowly getting there and slowly losing my mind a little bit. Let's have a little look here. So this sounds pretty terrible. This is where the sleigh bell come from. I can't actually hear this. So I don't really see the point of having these two things. So I'm just going to turn that red and probably will delete them. Yeah, 1 second. Okay, so we have that going on here, but yeah, there's just a bit too much. So the ride, I think there was a side chain on it, so we're just gonna get that things I use a lot. There's a little boots and cats knob here, and then we can make this ride one of those like type of feels. Okay, and let's turn down this add a little bit. So I'm now figuring out that my left channel is not really too happy. I think that this tambourine has too much distortion on it. So what we'll do is we're actually going to saturate this with that same Saturn so that we can kind of flatten out the amount of like that type of sound. And if we just drive this, what you'll notice is that it turns more into a white noise instead. Let's try to destroy this. What can we do to smudge it? There we go. Less dynamics. You know what? I'm not feeling this. I think what I'll do is I'll use that same vocoder thing again. That I used on the kick drum as well. And use that instead to kind of get that noisy feel instead of that that type of feel. I just can't really stand that. There we go. Just to back off of that. Okay, let's go back in it. With this now other thing as well. This is way too forward, man. Okay, I'm gonna leave all this the way it is. I think this overall sound is kind of there. It's just some parts can go definitely quite a lot wetter. And I'm basically only having issues with that upbeat. And I think it's this. And there's distortion. Okay, let's keep going. Oh god, I really hate this hi-hat. That is not a good feeling. Let's push that back with this vocoder as well. Cool. And let's take this ride and widen it up a little bit. Just to use, I think I'll use that same reverb again, just to widen it and push it back a little bit. I think I can probably also use a delay to use it as that as a widener too, right? Yeah, we should be able to do that. Anyway, let's just push this thing way to the back. So now we've also like, because everything's like super mono, so I kind of want like the side sexiness going on too. So, but okay, now we have 1 million percussions going on. So let's figure those out. I think this already sounded pretty good as it was, to be honest. I'm gonna not have that one in there. That doesn't sound good. It needs to, like, ghost notes kind of need to stay in the back. What is it? Jacked with verb. Okay, wow. Yeah, you don't need. So let's just put this in there. Okay, what is going on? What kind of verb did he have? And no real point for that. And this is jack tonal. Okay, so all this stuff with the jack guy, so jack is all one layer. And there's a tonal layer to it, and then there's like the chill one. So I think what I'll do really quick is to just take this jacking snare, give that a longer da sa da 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 type of feel instead. So let's make a reverb that's long with a delay in it as well. That will be on triplets, and then we da ba 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 ba, and it will sound cool. Long reverb. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be right because it's more of an effects reverb. Smack it in. Let's make that effect spacious as fuck. Let's keep it close. Nice and bright. Okay, and now let's do some fun timeless stuff as well. I still don't know how to I still don't know any of the stuff here. So let's figure out if we can find some triplets. I really should. There's just crazy stuff going on. Lo-fi delay box, ping pong duck, scarlet circles. Yeah, I really have to Google this. But maybe we can get lucky with effects. Wow, that's so much stuff here. Let's just go with ping pong and hope that it's that triplet feel that I want to have. I hope for the best. Please God, make sure that it sounds cool. And just try it out. Oh, that's cool. And we'll listen to this. Oh, that is very, very cool. Let's drop this volcano thing after it to create like to kind of go with that that feel that's already there. There's this in that percussion, this one. I kind of want to push that jacking snare to have the same tail end of that to have some in there. So yeah, a bit of experimenting, but generally speaking, if you spend a little bit of time with this kind of stuff, you can get some really cool effects and get a really unique sound. Then we have best off here as well. Go boogie. Probably boogieing is probably the best. Yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. And have that in here. So now we have an overall really disco-y feel. That's nice. Yeah, perfect. Okay, it's very soft and subtle and sexy, so I like that. Those are all nice things. Let's move on. I think I'm just going to leave these shovels as they are because they already sound pretty cool. Let's just go right to compression and really get this to kind of go like that. Yeah, there's lots of little things we can do. Well, let's just go chill out with it and do that and just compress. I like the knee that it's already set up. And let's make my attack time a little bit slower, release time a little bit faster, just general drum stuff. And sidechain, have a look there as well. It's quite a lot of distortion that's added. It's quite a lot of sort. Let's also have some fun. Let's just check out what it would say for us to do as well. Because with this, with Fabfilter, you have this option as well. You can go classic, opto, vocal, mastering, bus, punching, whatever, and change the compressor settings by itself. But sometimes it's nice to just check out some presets as well. A bit of control, big smack. I think a big smack is probably what this thing would want. That's incredible. So the sidechain is really, really cool. You can actually make a tilt shift there. Oh, sexy. I kind of like the way that sounds already. Yeah, I kind of like this already. I think just the top end is a little bit over the top. But I think what I'll do is leave this for a second and set the compressor a little bit better once I have the bass under control as well. Because I kind of want it to still be a little bit more towards the back and a little bit more saturated and kind of groovy, tapey type of feel. But for that, I need a little bit of mixing, and I need to figure out how much bass I can get away with in comparison to having the other bass in it as well. So I'm going to leave this episode here again. Which is probably annoying. Cliffhanger. But yeah, next time around, we're going to introduce the bass and get the compression to sit a bit better and maybe do some multi-band compression as well. Get the percussion to sit nice as well and go from there. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode number 2 already. And I'll see you guys again next week. Remember, patrons, you get this project file as well once I'm done with it, and then you can start mixing too. And yeah, it's going to be a good time. Take care. Peace.